All right, Lady Cat fans, we have baller shot caller today. Is that what we're going with?
That's what we're going with.
I like it. Sponsored by Bubba's 33 of Longview and Roof Masters. Where in the world did baller shot caller come from, Coach?
We let the girls pick, but we have big necklaces that we give them at the end of the game. And Coach Hendricks and I started off with picking basically like players of the game. And it didn't have to be like someone who did something necessarily like big time in the game. Like it could be in the dugout. It could be just leadership stuff throughout the game. But we started it there. Makena was actually one of our very first ones to get a necklace. And then from that point, then the players each game have to give a baller shot caller. So we have 2 of those that get passed around each week or each game.
I like it. Yeah. It. We have also Makena Ellis here. She's a junior outfielder.
Yes, sir.
I didn't introduce nobody. The baller shot caller just throwed me off. Of course, we have the real Coach Whatley here with us today for the first time. I mean, she's been absent and lost, and yes. I don't know if she couldn't figure out how to get over here, but she is here now.
I'm here now. That's what counts.
Coach Whatley, 12-8-1 on the season, 4-0 in district. Is that where we I mean, great job in district so far. 12-8-1, I know that's not the preseason that you'd wanted, but.
Yeah, there's a few games in there that we for sure scored a lot and still lost. But as far as competition, it's what we wanted. I wanted to go face some really tough teams, and we got to do that. And it's proven to be useful through district and tough games. And we still have 3 left on this side of district to, get to the second round. But they've played well, and I feel like we're in a groove finally. And we had some confidence, got beat up a little bit preseason, then going into our Lady Cat tournament, I felt like we got a good rush of energy and motivation to go into district. And so we're sitting exactly where we need to be.
So have you got your lineup set where it makes you happy? I mean, because I know you're notorious for right to the last minute, moving them here, moving them there. Mm-hmm. Have we got to where we feel comfortable what we're going to roll through?
Yeah, right now we're sitting really comfortable with where we're at. And who we have, so we had to make a few adjustments with Hope and Maddie whenever they got their concussions, but right now the ones who need to step up have stepped up huge and fallen into place, and this lineup's rocking it.
So this is a young team. Is this a younger team than you normally roll out? I know during the Lady Cat tournament you had 4 freshmen up and you had, 2 sophomores?
Yeah. Sometimes. Right now it's just 1 sophomore. Sometimes when I pull some of the JV kids up, then there's 2 or 3 in the dugout. But as far as for sure on varsity, I have 1 sophomore. I have a huge junior group and 3 seniors. So
I was going to say you don't have a whole lot of seniors, but out of the juniors that you had, how many have playoff experience so far?
Most of them. This is McKenna's first year up on varsity. But the others were all, and Whitney Sullivan, those
Whitney,
2. But the other Audrey, but Audrey's sophomore.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And so but the others have been with me, and so they're on the field. So we're young in a few places, but for the most part, there's a lot of returners.
Well, by the time you get to at the end of district, and I always say this, that they're a freshman, not at the end of the district. You're seasoned by then, and you should be that throw that and take that out the window. McKenna, junior outfielder.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been playing softball?
Since I was 5 years old.
5 years old.
Yes, sir.
Did you play t-ball first or soft t-ball first?
I think t-ball was what I played first. Was just t-ball.
And I
just played as I got older and got into traveling teams, and then I didn't do the league for Hallsville or anything. I just did travel teams in Marshall and.
What I know, of course. I've been through the travel thing with the boys. That takes a lot of time.
It does.
Now, are you an only sibling, or do you have brothers or sisters?
I have 3 brothers.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Are you the oldest or the baby?
I am the second oldest.
Second oldest, and again, you're just junior. What else do you do besides softball?
I play volleyball, and I also work at Chick-fil-A. So that's about it. All I do is work and play volleyball and softball.
So how do you have time doing schoolwork? Because I know we talked about your grades, all A's, top 10 in the class.
Of course.
All
of my players are.
Most of the softball girls, they are. I've talked to them. Most of them are top 10% of the class. How do you have time to do all of that?
I don't, but I try to make time. I don't have time, but it works.
And you get very little sleep, like.
I sleep. I don't like sleeping though. I can't stay asleep.
So this softball season, what has stood out for you so far, Makena?
The teammates. I love the teammates. They're so encouraging. Like it's an encouraging team.
Has that been the case? Girls are a whole lot tighter than boys. I've seen the baseball teams through the years, but the girls seem like they're a whole lot tighter than the boys. Is that a true statement for this year also?
Yeah,
better than more?
Sure. Yeah, I would say better than some. You're gonna have your years, because girls can be mean, especially like.
No.
We've only been together for this amount of
Girls?
time. Give us a few more weeks, story may change. But this year we've worked a lot on culture, and even with her saying that, there's a few of them who didn't get to be in it at the beginning. But starting in off season, like we really dug into culture and what it takes to be a team, a true teammate, and not just on the field but in life. And so that was my goal. And so I would say, this year it's been enjoyable. These kids have been enjoyable to each other. They've been enjoyable, and they've got a good head on their shoulders.
That makes it easy for you as a coach also, because you're
It
not,
does.
for the lack of a better word, you're not babysitting everybody in the dadgum dugout. Let's talk about this past week. We had Pine Stinking Tree. We took them the extra innings, and then we whooped Mount Pleasant like an ugly kid. And then this coming week, we have Longview and Tyler High. Who's out of those two? Who do we have to worry about?
Longview, but still, this week is a week that we should be just kind of like focusing on what we're doing, and making sure we're taking care of us for what we're doing, because the next week we play Whitehouse, and that'll be like the big game of the first round to end with them.
Right.
But Longview's down. They lost their pitcher and their catcher last year, and so and then Tyler is, Tyler. But
It is what it is.
But so Longview would be our game that we've got to be worried about. But our mindset mostly this week will be like us making sure we're up on everything we need to do and start like executing all of our things.
It seems like when we go to Longview, and maybe it's harder to win in Longview. Is there a reason why it's so much harder to win in Longview? I know you've beat them over there, but it's always been a close game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe have the field leaning left or right with the mojo.
I think sometimes too the outfield wall is a little bit shorter, so we may swing out of our shoes a little bit. We like to see that ball going, which we have all the opportunities to do it for sure. It takes them over, but we got to just allow it to happen. But that 190 fence, looks
That's
really short. Yeah.
That's a short yard. And again, whenever the kids see the shorter yard, that's what they're looking for. How can you hit the home run, the easy home run? And you got baller shot callers on the team that can do it for sure.
We do.
Do you get to wear it after you hit a home run?
So the home run it says dong on it. It's a big necklace with a bobcat head, and it so that's a separate one. But as soon as you hit it, you get crowned with
That's what
that necklace.
Kimmy said something about that yesterday at dinner, the dong, and I went, what?
Yeah.
So I guess that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I wish we had more time. Next week we'll have more time to talk to Coach Whatley. This has been In the Circle, the baller shot caller, whatever you want to call it here, sponsored by Bubba's 33 of Longview and Roof Masters. Come support the Lady Cats either Tuesday night or Friday night or both nights.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, Longview and John Tyler. Tyler High, whatever you call it. Thank you.